remember way back when we had our fight and I said that you weren't even alive, you were just an unfeeling, soulless robot? Well, I was wrong. You're not a robot. Let's go.
Wah, wah.
So, who wants to give me a recap from last week?
There was a long fight, and we won.
I mean, we started out at the Moonlit King's tower. I
It was that.
To break his tether. Rothko took the wand of Karu. We made a magic circle, or rather, Soul Wrench made a magic circle for him to stand in right next to where the tether was. We managed to break that by breaking the staff. That freed him. He took us to Beckbar, but it turned out there were multiple Beckbars in various different colors. And the satyr in the center of the room who disappeared behind a lectern, and then another Beckbar popped up. We fought up there for a while. Then Beckbar disappeared into a hole in the floor into a lower room, so we all followed him down into the lower room. The other Beckbars had turned out to be sloths in the sky. Some of them followed us down into the lower room where we continued to fight Beckbar. The sloths at one point, this may be important, Soul Wrench cast a spell and a golden chest appeared, but we didn't have any time to look into it because we were still fighting Beckbar. At one point, the sloths created another hole in the floor, and I should also point out Stoyanka died falling down the first hole into this room, so she's dead. She knocked out Theria, who then exploded because that's what Theria does. But Stoyanka, however, was quite dead by the time we were able to check in on him. So the slots create another hole in the floor, which Beckbar goes into. 4 of us followed him down. Theria was still in the second chamber we got to. We moved down into a third chamber. We killed Beckbar. The slot above, who created the hole, died. That caused the whole chamber we were in to disappear, and we found we were in free fall with the golden chest and with Beckbar's body.
And also, wasn't there the zombie Rothgar or something?
No, zombie Theria.
It was a zombie Theria, but I'm not sure where I am or where she is. Is zombie Theria with you guys or with me?
I don't know. We kind of just lost track of her.
Yeah.
She's with the demon children.
And Zombie Princess somehow appeared in the midst of all this and was poking at the golden chest.
Yeah. Oh, and then also there was the Moonlit King's wife was summoned in on everything. And apparently the Moonlit King held her at bay to allow us to just focus on Beckbar, because she was none too happy that we freed her sugar daddy.
So I collected Stoyanka's remains and went back with the king, right?
There was one of Beckbar's arms also in that second room.
Yeah, the Moonlit King bamped you out when the huge dust devil-like thing showed up and started wiping everything out.
Right.
He bamps back. He sends he calls him his like detail, or his like little minions. They're little tiny little creatures. They're hard to see. They wear like cloaks and hoods. They collected all the stuff from the bottom of that castle. They collected up all the pieces to Stoyanka they could find. They collected Beckbar's arm. They salvaged 8 cards from that deck.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to build a deck.
So when he bamps you back, you are in the kind of like a wooden hut. It's a like rickety wooden. It has like rickety floor. It's like a rickety floor with. You can see through the floor, and that's where his minions are below, and you can just hear them like chittering talking to each other. So it's just basically you, him, and Felleroff up here on top. He's got like a little wood stove that he's fired up to keep it warm, and he says that this is like a safe house that he is kind of keeping you at, that his ex won't find.
Okay. Where the hell's everybody else?
And he says, Theory, I believe that they are in some sort of extra-dimensional space. If I can recall from the magics being cast down there, some sort of dragon spell.
I guess. To be honest with you, I was knocked unconscious more than once, I think.
You look in very rough shape.
I should probably take a rest. But do you have any idea how I might be able to get in contact with my friends or get them? Do you have the ability to reach them?
I may be able to find them where they're located. I will certainly search and let you know what I find. You'll be safe here. And he rolls out like a bedroll for you with a little pillow and stuff.
I don't sleep. But
yeah, okay.
Thank you. And even if I did sleep, I don't sleep here. Is there anything that I can do to help find them? Can I use my undead sense or my tracking abilities to try to reach out to the zombie princess or zombie Theria, or even just any clue?
Yeah, give me
get from where I am to where they are.
Yeah, give me a wisdom roll.
All right, 11.
Yeah, you kind of get a sense where they could be. Maybe you are tracking the undead princess, and the Moonlit King comes and sits next to you and says, so these allies, compatriots of yours, yes, they are?
Yes, absolutely.
So any of them you are rather close to, maybe betrothed, perhaps?
No, although there might be a zombie twin of me with them.
Oh. So you're currently single, I would say.
She's totally clueless, and assuming that you're asking because you're trying to make some sort of cosmic connection between me and the characters and not trying to chat me up. I mean, I've got my mount, Felleroff.
Mount.
So I'm never entirely alone.
Yes, I will work quickly on this and see if I can locate your friends.
I'm gonna try to call Jabbar on the bat phone.
Okay.
Do I hear anything back? Jabbar.
You pick up just a couple words. It's not like static like before. You hear something about. You catch the word Beckbar. You catch the word suicide, and you catch the word victory.
All right. I'm gonna say yes. I did all that. Tell everyone. But also, I'm just gonna say find me loudly 5 times so that he can hopefully hear at least one of each of those words.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go meditate and rest for 8 hours, or unless he wakes me up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a long rest because I freaking need it.
All right. So we go back to the falling in the extra dimensional space. So it is Rothgar, Soul Wrench, Sully, Moonflower, but he has been distracted because the sex grass has fallen with him. There are butterflies and some of the flowers have fallen too. There is the golden chest. That is the mimic.
Was there a hanging tree as well?
The hanging tree did not fall with them.
I imagine Rothgar must be an abject terror, just constantly falling.
My eyes are closed.
So if you guys want to roll initiative, the three of you.
Can we see a ground at all?
No.
Can we see like is this like a shaft we're going down, or just like blackness and we feel like
Yeah, it's like blackness with some lights around you.
So there's some mysterious ambient light from a source that we can't see, but just an endless cavern.
Mm-hmm. And you're falling. So
Yeah.
Rothgar, if you want to open your eyes, you're up first.
Not really. No.
Okay.
I'll take my turn dodging.
Okay.
I get a picture of this massive dwarf just kind of like going as he tries to dodge while falling.
Don't get too close. I have my axe, or I guess I would have the sword probably still.
All right, Sully, you're up then.
Okay, what is the chest still look like just a chest?
No, it looks like a chest with big teeth.
I see. Well, then that's no good.
So give me a concentration check to start if you are going to attack or do anything.
Is this to like maintain the spell?
This is like to overcome the falling, to concentrate on what you want to do.
I got a 15.
Yep, you're good. You don't attack with disadvantage.
Okay. So how far away is the chest? Oh, and is Zombie Princess there falling with it?
You do not see Zombie Princess at this time. The chest is about 10 feet from you.
Okay.
Is zombie Theria there?
No.
Well, then I am going to cast Mask on it, so it has to make a DC 19 Constitution save.
Does this chest even look like a threat? Like, is it actively trying to attack us? I imagine it's probably just as startled, kind of having just popped into existence and now being in an eternal free fall.
Sounds like that whale from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
So it takes 45 radiant damage if it failed to save, and half that if it made it. 22.
What'd you say? 45 total?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, the lights are on because we're feeding the snake at this point. Okay, so once you cast the Light of the Molask, you are pushed back. So give me a dex save.
4. You know what? I'm going to use a luck point to reroll.
All right. What'd you get?
7.
7. Okay, yeah. So you see Sully in free fall. Cast the spell. The light hits the mimic. You can see that it has taken damage. It cringes, but just the act of casting the spell pushes Sully, and he drifts off like 15 feet, and you hear him hit something, like some wall, invisible wall. You take 11 bludgeoning damage and 5 psychic damage. And you can hear cracks, like you've hit something and it started to crack.
Oh damn!
Like something in the surroundings is starting to crack, or something in Sully is starting to crack.
Like something in the surroundings. Like he hit a wall, an invisible wall.
Okay.
I will yelp. I'm almost in double-digit hit points.
All right. All right. So the mimic is going to attack. Let's see here. It's going to go after Rothgar.
It does have disadvantage.
It has disadvantage. All right. And an 18, I don't think hits.
Nope.
It attempts to bite you, misses, and then it reaches out this long golden tongue. 20.
That just hits me.
Okay. Give me a con save.
25.
Okay. You take 5 acid damage.
I just yell out, I knew it! Falling, it kills you! It burns away at you.
All right. And see, okay. You can take an attack of opportunity if you wish, Rothgar.
I'm
That was
kind of just flailing with the. I only have the ethereal weapon out, so
Okay.
Wait a minute, is Rothgar, are your eyes still closed?
yeah.
How are you dodging with your eyes closed?
I'm not doing anything.
So the mimic tries to bite you and then actually drifts right into your space and then hits you with the tongue. And then it's pushed back and you can hear it hit the other wall. Like there's another wall. It hits it and you can hear that wall crack.
I have a fly in my ring. If we can come up with a plan, I'll use it.
I would actually say, since I have wings, I imagine I have a bit more control in terms of my movement than the others.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys could probably just lash onto me, and I can blast away at this thing and cause it to just keep hitting the wall and hurting itself.
Blast us into the wall too.
I'm pretty sure if I use my movement, my wings can reduce that and keep us relatively in place.
Okay. Give me concentrate. You're up. If you're going to attack, give me a concentration check.
Okay. So first, I'm going to glide over to Rothgar and ask him, Rothgar, do you need me to help you? You need to hold my hand.
Just fucking get me out of here.
All right. So I'll grab Rothgar's shoulder with one of my claws, and then I will raise my shoulder cannons and attack the mimic thing. So you need a concentration check. 16.
Yep. You're good.
All right. So then 3 attacks. 23, 15, and 18.
Yep. All hit.
All right. So I'm gonna do my best to use my wings to stabilize me, keep me from moving. Each blast is a repelling blast, so it's gonna knock the mimic over and over again into the wall.
Okay.
In addition to that, and then so that's 9, 12, and 12, so 24, 33 fire damage plus each one knocking it into the wall.
Okay.
Does the force of my blast, am I able to use my movement to kind of stabilize me and Rothgar from being knocked back as well?
Give me a dex check with advantage since you have wings.
All right. 18.
Okay. You just take 3 damage as you're kind of stabilizing Rothgar, and You just kind of bump up against the wall. The mimic, you blast it, and it just.
What kind of damage is it?
Yeah, that's like, yeah, that is half. It's like 3. So the mimic goes tumbling lifelessly, crashes into the other wall that you can't see. You can hear the cracks. Its body just kind of like sort of melts away into nothing, and now you're falling with zombie princess who looks golden now,
Okay.
and she flashes her teeth at you. Rothgar, you're up.
Quick question before that. So I destroyed it. Do I get the temporary hit points?
Yeah.
All right. So then,
Did I perhaps feel the wall whenever we bumped into it?
Yeah.
Then I would. I don't know if it would do any good at all, but I would put away the ethereal weapon and then pull out the axe and try and just swing at the wall where I felt the wall touch. Try and see if I could jam it in and like.
Jesus.
Okay. Roll attack roll.
Let's see.
And roll to see if your arm stays attached.
Yeah.
29.
Okay, yeah, you easily strike it. Roll damage.
Hopefully gravity doesn't
18.
work stronger here than it does in the normal world.
18 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, you switch out and put your axe against this wall, and you can feel it give, and it goes right through it. So you and Soul Wrench, give me a dex save.
Seeing this happen, can I just let go of Rothgar?
You sure can if you want.
That's exactly what I want to do.
17.
Okay, yeah, you see Rothgar hit with the axe. His axe just seems to continue. You can hear the shattering of something, and then Rothgar is gone. He vanishes. Give me a dex save, Soul Wrench.
15.
You join him. You vanish too. Sully, go ahead and give me a dex save with advantage.
7.
Okay. All right.
You're stuck forever.
You realize what's going on, and then it's too late. You're gone. You vanish too. Let's see here. We'll go back to Theria. The Moonlight King has returned. He gently taps you on the shoulder as you're meditating, but you can probably tell that he's walking up next to you.
Is it gently tap or gently caress?
No, it's a tap.
Oh.
I'm adept at. I've got advantage on finger chopping.
And he says this, so I have heard. I would like to keep all my digits.
So what did you find?
I have located your friends.
Oh, excellent.
I will take you to them if you wish.
Sure. What happened to them?
They ended up in some extra dimensional space and then exited that space rather rapidly.
I wonder if that's what God's plan was for them, or if they've yet again screwed up God's plans.
All right. So you guys are bamped out of there. You are now hurling at some ridiculous speed. And then you hit the ground.
Would I have?
What?
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, would I have time to cast this fly spell?
No. I can't read this number. What is it?
We were falling for a little while there. If it was Earth normal gravity, we certainly hit the 20d6 limit.
Everybody takes 34 bludgeoning damage as they hit the ground.
Definitely knocked the wind out of you.
I'm happy. I'm good.
You guys are in an open field. It's grassy. Ahead of you is like all these strange looking like some kind of plants. And off in the distance, you can see a big fire. You know, it's just a lot of smoke, and it's like just a huge pile of something is burning.
Now, in that, did we all land together? Or did we just like hit the ground and splat?
Yeah, it was kind of instantaneous. As soon as you got sucked out of there, then you hit the ground.
So is Moonflower with us, or was she still falling in the shaft?
Yeah. She's with you.
So what's the ground feel like here? What am I laying on?
You're laying on dirt and grass, not sex grass. With that, Moonflower still has that.
Still feels fine to me.
So what's unusual about the plants we can see?
They're just some kind of crop that you probably have never seen before.
So Soul Wrench slowly raises up and shakes the cobwebs from his head. The additional mass of his invocation fading away like steam. And he's like, where in the hells are we?
Maybe there. We'll see.
The one looks like it's burning. Can we tell?
You'd have to get closer.
Is it day or night?
It's late. It's dusk.
Does the sky look like the sky we're used to on the normal world?
Yeah, it looks like it looks and smells and feels like the material plane.
Okay.
I think it's time for a vacation.
So we see something burning in the distance?
Yeah, a big pile of something is burning.
It's not like city big, just
like a big bonfire.
So Soul Wrench looks at the group and says, perhaps some of the natives are over there and might fill us in on where we are.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Don't you have the box of calico on you?
No, I gave that to Stoyanka before we met with Beckbar. She was holding on to it while she waited with Velaroff outside the castle.
And as soon
definitely would have been safer with us.
And as soon as you say that, Velaroff and Theria appear in the field with you.
No king, just us?
He is there for a split second. He says something about he has got to get to the courthouse to make sure this paperwork gets filed, but he will be back to see you.
I bet I can guess who his lawyer is.
Where were you guys?
Fallen.
For how long?
Couple minutes.
This is like a half a day later, isn't it? I mean, I slept. I got a full long rest.
Time doesn't always work the same on the different planes. But yeah, we were falling for a few minutes. There was some treasure beast, something, and then Rothgar here decided to do what he does best and break things. It sucked us here.
Is Beckbar's body with us, or is that decayed away?
That pretty much disintegrated as you were falling. It continually got worse and worse. the wounds on it just continually bled. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Everybody, give me a wisdom save.
Favorite of the gods. Prove that.
I got a 9.
I got a 7.
I got a 21.
I am going to. No, I'm going to let it ride and see what happens.
Okay, so so you got a 9. Somebody get a 7?
I did.
Okay. So Rothgar and Soul Wrench, when you start to think about the events that happened with Beckbar, you remember him dying, but everything else is a blur. You don't really recall anything.
We don't recall the fall either.
You remember the fall. You remember this fall, but like the castle and everything about it, nothing. Just you remember him dying. That's about it.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, as long as I remember him dying, could I, because with my Dark One's blessing, I absorbed some of his essence to give me temporary hit points. Could I hold on to that essence and channel it into the magical ruby that I got from the money fiend that we fought?
yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
So what was the Sully, you got what, 21?
Yep.
Yeah, you remember all of that, everything that happened. What'd you get, Theria?
18.
Yeah, give me a D4 roll.
Hold on. 3.
You remember the castles and the kids and Beckbar's death, and you remember that there were 3 Beckbars, a blue, a green, and a red.
Okay. So when I heard them talking about that they had fallen from somewhere, I'm gonna use my survival skills to try to find any bits of what it was that they might have fallen out of, if anything else landed around here. Like if there's any matted grass or broken tree branches or, anything else that might have fallen with them.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a roll.
Yeah, sure.
18.
You search around and you do find a few bits of like broken glass. It's very hard to see, but you hold it up to some kind of light and it makes a prism. It's very odd looking.
All right, I'm going to collect that. And can I tell where the glass is and where they are if the fire that we can see has anything to do with, like, is it in line with them falling or is it sort of unrelated?
Yeah, it's unrelated.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine that we fell straight down, because otherwise if we would have fallen at some kind of angle, given our speed, we would have probably been tumbleweeds for a little bit. It might have been separated.
Although not every plane has gravity to pull straight down.
True. Are we kind of lopsided as we're standing?
Yeah, because we're on a hill.
Does the wind smell like blue?
No, but you can taste the color blue.
It's going to be one of those adventures.
I'm looking around just asking, did anybody collect a piece of Beckbar? Or is that just gone now? Theria, did you get his arm?
I don't know. I'm not sure that I would have. I know you guys wanted me to, but I'm not sure that I would have actually heard any of that. I went back. I asked him to go back for Stoyanka. I don't know if he grabbed anything else or his.
Yeah. He told you that his minions grabbed his arm.
Okay, it must be in the safe house because I don't have it with me.
Theria, how is Stoyanka?
Where's her body?
Her remains are also at the safe house.
Oh, so she did die.
Her life form is unfamiliar to me, as are you. So I'm not sure how I can define life, but she didn't seem to be interacting or moving.
Well, after that fall right on top of Theria, it seemed likely she was dead.
Yeah, it seemed like she was dead before she hit me.
That's unfortunate.
She was perhaps dead weight.
I can see that the fall hasn't dulled your sense of humor, Rothgar.
Yeah, Hrothgar says as he's still laying down on his back.
Solrench actually snickers at that and says, "Good one, Hrothgar," and kind of puts his fist out to pound it.
Hrothgar's confused.
I'm also confused.
Are you not upset at all that your sister's died?
Well, she's not really my sister.
Closest you're ever gonna get?
No, that's not quite true either. Just before we fought Beckbar, I started to remember some things. So I remember a little bit of who I was before I was changed into this creature of iron. So.
Well, she seemed fond of you. Either way.
Yes, it's sad that she's gone. It does, it's unfortunate. I'm sure that she could have answered many questions, and she definitely had her uses.
And I'm pretty sure she still can.
So does that mean you're no longer interested in saving your father, or Carl rather, not your father?
No, I am very much interested in saving him because I have a number of questions that only he can answer. Yeah, you notice that Solrench doesn't quite talk as robotically as he used to. There's a better flow to his words.
I just kind of like a slight scowl and say, I don't like it.
Sorry, dwarf, but this is who I am now. Deal with it.
You remember way back
I
when
could.
you remember way back when we had our fight and I said that you weren't even alive, you were just an unfeeling, soulless robot? Well, I was wrong. You're not a robot. Let's go.
Wah, wah. So should we head to the fire?
Hey, Theria, do you have a box of calico on you? Did we give away all our boxes?
I thought I had one, but Peter talked me out of it and said I don't have one, so I'm not sure where the second one is.
So we have lost both boxes.
Well, then the fire seems like our best bet to figure out where we are.
How far is the fire from here? Is it like a campfire?
Big pile of something on
A
fire.
bonfire.
Yeah, big bonfire.
I don't suppose you still have your spyglass.
One of you still has the box calico. You had two. Like Stoyanka had one, and one of you all had the other.
Before the session that I missed, I had one. So
Okay, that's fine. If you got one, you guys still have one. You didn't lose your second one.
okay, then I have the other one.
I could use my my spyglass to look at the bonfire a little bit closer, but it will make it snow all around us, most likely.
Yeah, we may want to be more subtle before calling attention to ourselves.
All right, I can cast Pass Without a Trace on us, and we can get closer and see what's going on. Are you guys up for that?
Sure.
All right, then I will burn a level 2 slot. All right, so I cast Pass Without a Trace, and I think I'm probably the sneakiest, so I'm going to take the lead.
Okay. So as you are moving up, you come across these plants that you have never seen before. Stealthily moving. The fire. As you get closer to the fire, it smells like somebody is burning a barrel of shit. But obviously, it's not a big barrel; it's a big pile. It's nasty smelling.
How big are these plants we've never seen before?
They're about 4 or 5 feet tall.
Shit. Some of them are taller than me.
Are they like planted neatly in rows, or is it just a wild growth?
Yeah, it's kind of like a wild growth.
Is there a path that we're on, or are we just hacking our way through this?
You don't really need to. You don't really need to hack your way through it. You can easily move through the plants.
Okay. Like, am I near one of them?
Yeah, they're all around you. Yeah.
I think I have some familiarity with plants. Obviously, not with these, but I'm going to poke this thing in a variety of places that I think might elicit a response from it if it's any sort of moving plant, like at the stalk, at the root, at the joint where the flowers or branches might be.
Yeah, there's like a little pod. Yeah, there's a little pod at the top. As you go to do this, a butterfly lands on your shoulder and says, "What are you doing?"
I just wanted to make sure that these things weren't going to attack us as we walk through here.
No, they are friendly. They are not sentient like me.
Where are
What?
we?
What says that?
The butterfly.
Okay.
Where are we?
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question.
Well, how did you get here?
1 minute I was flying around, the next minute I was falling, and now I'm here.
Could you talk before the flying around, before the falling? Or is this a new thing for you?
Of course, I could always talk.
Okay. Did any of you guys happen to notice a butterfly in there with you?
There were lots of butterflies.
Oh, right. That was one of the effects of the magic in that place, right?
Yep.
And you hear Moonflower say, "I think they're related to the sex grass."
No, welcome here, butterfly. Hit the road.
You're gonna blow a cover.
Wait, so then how do you know that these are friendly plants if you're not from here either?
I can tell.
Okay. Can you tell what's ahead of us? What that smell is, that burning smell?
It's disgusting.
All right. Well, if you want to travel with us while we try to figure out how to get out of here, I'd be happy for you to travel with me, unless the rest of the group has some issue with that.
No creepy sex stuff.
You have no objection from me.
I don't care.
All right. You can feel free to perch on my shoulder at any times that you don't want to fly.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Bud.
All right, Bud.
I was just going to say, I'm a butterfly. We don't have names.
Don't hear it.
If they speak, they can have names.
That's right.
All right, so let's. I guess I won't poke any of the trees. What was that you were saying? There was a bulb on top of it,
Yeah, it's like a little bulb. It's
like a fruit or like a flower about to open.
It's like a flower. It looks like it flowers, but that none of them have yet.
Okay. All right, I'm happy to keep going.
Okay.
Sure. Are we able to see anything around the fire?
Yeah, as you get close to the fire, you can see there is one individual kind of walking around with a staff. They're wearing robes, so they probably it's not hard to figure that they're probably some sort of priest or cleric.
Maybe it's like one of the priest guys we met who was planting seeds to make the clones. He said to 3 people who probably don't remember that.
And as you get closer, the smell is overwhelming, and as you're getting closer, you can realize they are burning bodies. These are bodies being burned.
Bodies of.
It's hard to tell. You know that they're some sort of humanoid.
They seem like they're already dead in the pile.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to creep closer through these mysterious plants. Do they look like child-sized bodies?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shout out to him. Although I'll move in the opposite direction that Sully was moving, so he can maintain his cover. Hail, priest.
He kind of looks around and then spots your group, and he says, "Oh, did not notice you approach."
We're lost. Where are we?
You are south of Alcazar.
I am unfamiliar, or I'm not even with them. Am I? Never mind.
You're with us, aren't you?
I thought you were sneaking ahead, or
No. Sully was trying to sneak around to the side to get a better view, so I just walked a little bit over the other way. But I think we're all still visible.
Yeah,
except for him.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So then Solarunch will say, I'm unfamiliar with this Altazar.
Well, Alcazar is most famous for Beckbar's home.
Oh, really?
And he picks up his staff and points. He said, "It's 20 miles to the north that way."
Wow.
So what are these bodies he's burning?
Oh, well, most unfortunate. These are the saps.
As we are not from here, I'm not sure any of us are familiar with what you mean.
The saps were followers of Beckbar. And a strange occurrence that happened, all of them committed suicide en masse.
Are you a follower of Beckbar?
And he shows you the symbol that he's wearing, like a vest. It's got like a tree, like an outline of a tree with roots, and he kind of looks at you and laughs and is, "Oh no, I do not follow that path."
Do we recognize the symbol?
Yeah, you guys want to give me an intelligence roll?
Just doing that to punish us, aren't you?
Hey, all right.
You got a
I got
12.
18.
18.
Look at that.
5.
You're from the hells. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
So, Rothgar, Sully, you recognize this as the symbol of Indola. She is the god of the Kinkos and the bugbears and the centaurs. They're considered ancient races. And a lot of like druids and people of nature follow her.
What was the name again?
Indola.
Well, There's no more Beckbar to follow.
Oh, we are well aware of this.
So, I'm assuming since his followers, are committing suicide, that our path ahead should not be filled with too many of his allies.
Oh no, his Beckbar's father has completely disowned him, erased him from his existence, was ashamed of him, and has set out to remove any and all remnants or anything affiliated with him. I've heard that the temple at Alcazar has been damaged.
What about all the children? You know what's going on with them?
What children?
Beckbar had like 268 children in his 3 castles.
3 castles. I'm not sure. I've not seen any castles in Alcazar.
Well,
But
I don't know where Alcazar is exactly, but these castles were in the border between the Feywild and the Shadowfell.
oh yeah, no, I'm not familiar with the plains. If he had children somewhere, I'm sure his father would have gone and vanquished them too.
But they were just like little kids for the most part. I mean, there were some that were loose in the Shadowfell training that might not have been.
This is you have been to strange places. I've been aware of this, but yes, many of the priests and many who are in touch with the gods heard this message.
Heard what message?
A message from Muju Jamai, his father,
What was the message?
that he was ashamed of everything that Beckbar had done and set out to remove his presence from the world. Any trace of him. He was embarrassed.
So if he were to find out, say, that we killed Beckbar, he'd probably be happy.
I'm not sure if he would be happy. I'm not sure what he would do. He probably already knows.
Where's he at?
This god,
Yeah. Can we find him?
he is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, I thought you meant he was in this temple of Alcazar to the north.
No, the Moto Jamaya is everywhere. He is one of the many gods here.
So when you mean everywhere, do you mean he's actually everywhere, or do you just mean woo-woo bullshit? He's everywhere and in everything, and in the laughter of every child. Look, if I said something to him right now, could he hear me?
He would not probably waste his time.
Not even for the ones who killed him. Killed Beckbar.
I'm sure he was listening to that. I feel like we've heard this name before.
But you know, when he is
Mojo
coming, you
Jamaya.
will see some sort of huge dust devil appear.
Oh,
shit.
we did see him.
No, would we remember that? Sully might.
Yeah, I remember.
I think. Would I?
Kind of, sorta. Yeah, Sully would be the one that would remember.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw Dust Devil. Although the Dust Devil really just seemed to be there to clean things up after we did all the hard work.
Yeah, I thought that was more like a Langolier.
Nice reference.
I say, wait, there was what Dust Devil? What are we talking about?
Back in Beckbar's home plane with the 3 castles, and we were fighting Beckbar. Right after we killed Beckbar, everything got swept up by this. Everything above us, we were obviously in a different room, but everything above us got swept up by this whirlwind.
I do not remember that whatsoever.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, come to think of it, I remember killing Beckbar, but I don't remember how we got there or how we ended up falling.
Well, this time, do you remember the last time we were at the Three Castles, and then we went to see the Moonlit King?
So yeah,
Giant Flower was attacking us the first time we were there.
so the cleric is watching this, and he's just starting to laugh, and he says, "I think the plant," and he points to these plants. He says, "I think the opium is getting to you. I may have thrown some on this fire."
Does it smell like feet and mushrooms or whatever? Is that
No,
what
that's added to it.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of opium in this world.
So he,
In any event, the Moonlit King took us to fight Beckbar. So we appeared in a room, and there were 4 slots that were disguised as Beckbar. And then
I only remember 3.
there's one in every corner.
Maybe it was a triangular shaped room.
Nope, it was rectangular.
I thought it was round.
You guys really don't remember that time I killed Beckbar. Almost single-handed.
No, I don't. No, I don't remember the fight, but I know for a fact that there's no way. You bullshit too much, man. Too much.
Okay, my bluff roll was 32. What's your insight?
oh boy.
I seem to remember Hrothgar rolling around in his cape a lot.
I used my cape to help save your ass. I can't say that out loud because I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. you and Moonflower were rolling around in another hole with your cape.
Daria, do you remember like when you got hit by Stoyanka falling from the sky and your armor exploded? Well, I guess you wouldn't remember the armor exploding.
No, I do remember that actually. That the armor has become a bit fused to me. I definitely recognize that happened, and that I've lost that ability.
Right, but you wouldn't, because
I don't really physically remember like seeing it or anything, but I remember it happening, like feeling it. But no, I didn't see how cool it looked.
Suffice to say, we killed Beckbar in one of his 3 castles in the Feywild.
Oh, I remember that for sure. So I think our options here are to use the box or go to the temple of Alcazar, or sit here and get high.
So then you realize that the strange plant is opium, and it's just fields and fields and acres of this stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense for Beckbar.
Yeah, I just want to get the fuck out of here.
I'm curious as to what happened to all of Beckbar's almost 300 clones. But I know that we're going to figure that out going on. Whereas if we get back to our world, at least we can, contact the king, contact them all ask, or contact the king, and he can contact them all ask.
Oh, actually, I can try right now. I'm going to use the sending stone to see if I can get King Paris. Is it Paris or Paris?
Paris.
Paris.
And you hear the other voice on the other end. Theria? Is that you?
Yes. We've removed another piece off the board.
Yes. Well done. Well done. We're very cautiously optimistic at this point. Also, the old lady has been taken out too. So this has been a great victories, but we are very cautious of what is occurring at this time.
What is occurring at this time? Our visibility and memory at this point are compromised. What's happening?
Well, I don't know how up to date you are, but the old lady attacked Korenberg. I'm not sure if you know of this, but
we sent word ahead to try to warn them.
She was felled by the mayor's son, and plummeted into the abyss.
Wow. Um, yeah, we actually sent out. There were a number of attacks that were going to be taking place that we sent operatives to deal with.
Yes, we
Yeah, he was there, wasn't he, in the bar when we met with the
that is correct.
Everything is foggy in my brain at this point.
Yes, the judge took care of the attack. The true order of Shah was wiped out. The undead orgy mage was there, but got away.
How did our friend the inspector do with the Thieves Guild?
I am not sure. It has been strangely quiet from that part of the world. There are countless celebrations going on in every city. As far as I know, because of Beckbar's death, there has been mass suicides of all of his followers.
Ask about the clones.
Wait, what was the other? Wasn't there a fourth? There was a bishop
Altar.
that was going to be attacked, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I have not heard about Asmodeus's assassins, but do the names Nath and Keel ring a bell? I believe they were involved in that.
Oh, then it can't have gone well.
Yeah, we got like a 50-50 shot on that one.
There was talk of gathering soldiers and troops to move to the northern lands to assist, but now with Beckbar gone, they have decided against that at this point. I believe the Molask is still hoping for unification with the dragon city of Anadis, but as far as the other major governments of Kornberg and Yellow Isle and the elves, they are hesitant to send any kind of soldiers or reinforcements to the northern lands. I believe that Beckbar was the reason that was the reason for most of the problems, and that Oltar and the Lich Queen are best kept just in the city of the dead.
Actually, I'm a little concerned about the because Nathan Keel were working for Asmodeus to remove the seals that kept his minions out of this world. And if they were on that mission with the assassins of Asmodeus, we may have another problem on our hands.
He may well have been the assassins that Asmodeus sent.
Oh. He can't be that stupid.
Why wouldn't you? If you had two immortal assassins, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess. That's true. It doesn't matter what they do.
But where are you now?
We seem to be in a field of poppies south of the city of, what was it, Alcazam?
Alcazar?
Alcazar?
Oh, you're in the northern lands, so you are in Beckbar's prime.
Yes, there's a pile of burning suicide victims of his followers in front of us.
Yes, there's a lot of that going around, and countless celebrations once his death was heard and felt through the world.
So we're curious as to what we should do next. If there's additional actions you need us to take.
I would.
Oh, actually, do you know anything about Beckbar's children?
I'm unaware of any children. Only
there were hundreds of. I don't know if they were clones or grown or some sort of demons, but he seemed to be training these things.
Oh yes, this is the one the informant told us about in this sort of Shadowfell Feywild place.
Yeah, that's where we went to kill him, and we saw the children, as he referred to them.
Well,
But we don't. We're unaware of what happened to them.
well, I can dispatch Osric to investigate this if you wish.
I think it's in all of our interests to know what happened to these things.
Yes, certainly. These could be a potential problem. Certainly for all of us. If you wish to rest up, I know it's been harrowing and difficult these last days and weeks. I will dispatch Osric to investigate.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I could definitely use a rest.
Yes, I'm quite drained.
Should we go north to the city, or do we want to just
I want to get out of these fields.
teleport out of here?
Yeah.
I'm happy to go to Calico.
You want to go to Calico?
That's where
I
the
think it'd be the easiest and quickest way out of this field.
We will have to fight something if we go back to Calico.
Maybe.
the arena was torn apart and nobody was there.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I just thought we might be able to pick up a reward from the from Beckbar's father, but I guess that's playing with fire a little bit. He may be pissed off.
Yeah, he may have wanted the honor of destroying Beckbar himself.
Was there also some relation with that particular deity in the Molask?
I remember hearing that name before. Actually, King Paris. Did Mojo Jemaya, was he involved in our travels earlier? Because I swear I've heard that name before, and I can't remember much of what happened earlier than yesterday.
Well, he is the prime antagonist to the Illuminator. So he has probably come across. You've probably come across his path at some point.
You know what? In one of the first notes that I took for this game, I wrote down something. I had no idea what it was. It turned into Mujujami.
It's got to
That's
be.
probably what it was. And
Yep.
in parentheses, I have lazy hair question mark.
Yeah, I remember trying to write that name down too very early on in the game, but I can't for the life of me remember why.
I'm thinking that I don't need to run into Muju Jamai. He doesn't. If he's the enemy of the Illuminator, he's probably not handing out rewards.
Right. All right. Well, so King Paris, we're gonna head back to Calico and rest up, and then. But I'm not going to be able to communicate with you there. But we'll leave there at some point, and then I'll reach out to you again. What's that?
It could be several years.
Right.
I mean, if they could just perhaps ready a place for us there, this where this king is. Or of course, the king was kind of hiding out before.
He's probably not now. That's a good point. Yeah, King, are you back in your throne?
No, I'm still in hiding. Currently, the situation has not improved.
Okay.
Is there some place that we can rest other than Calico? Somewhere that has allies that we can hole up and prepare for the next part of our journey?
Well, I mean, you could rest in a lot of places, but the issue is getting there.
I mean, we have the ability to get pretty much anywhere we want to go to.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you could go to, you could go to New Tancho City, you could go to Clinkville, you could go to
You go pick up our horses in Argonath.
Yeah,
Our ants.
your
Yeah.
ants. Yep, you can go to Argona.
No, let's do that.
That seems like an unassuming place, it's like a place they wouldn't think to look for us if somebody's looking for us.
Okay. I'm down with that. All right, King. If for the whatever the next steps are when you're ready for us, just reach out to me, or if you find anything about Beckbar's children. Otherwise, I'll be in touch.
Yes, yes.
All right. I don't know how I hang this thing up, but
Okay.
but I'm gonna try Jabbar now to see if I can get a clear signal to him.
And yeah, here, Theria.
Jabbar, I wasn't sure I'd ever hear your voice again, other than bits and pieces and echoes.
Yes, yes.
How's the ship?
It flies.
Excellent. How's the crew?
The survivors are good.
All right. You don't happen to have that cannon anymore, do you?
We were able to salvage it.
Excellent. Excellent. Jabbar, you are due for a raise. How far away from Argonath are you?
Well, we'd have to cross the abyss. I managed to get all the way south to Korenberg, but there's been major damage to the city. We are currently helping with their repairs.
Okay. All right, then, unless you guys think that for the moment, I'm going to have you stay there and assist them with the repairs.
Seems fine for now.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Okay.
useless to have a ship we can't use because Rothgar won't go on it. So
I mean, yes and no. A flying cannon is always worthwhile, even if we can't get him up on it. But yeah, I don't think we need it right now. All right, then, Jabbar, continue to assist the city in their rebuilding, and we'll be in touch in the future.
Yes, we'll do.
An excellent job.
Jabbar out.
Take the box here and get out of this place.
Okay. So the that priest was kind of listening to this conversation, and he got bored, and then started walking, and is messing with stoking the fire, making sure it's burning.
Right before we leave, I'm going to cut off. I'm going to cut one of the poppy plants and throw it in a bag.
Okay. All right. So you guys use the box and bamp out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So boom, you disappear, and then when you appear in a field that has rocks and stones. The only reason you know this is the arena is because you've been here many times. But to somebody who, if this was your first time, you wouldn't know it was an arena. It's basically gone. There's just bits and pieces scattered everywhere.
Does it seem like it was recently destroyed, or does it seem like it's been the ravages of time that have eroded this thing away?
It looks fairly fresh.
It
what
looks
do you
fairly
guys
wet.
think happened here?
I guess they just tore it down because it wasn't entertaining them anymore.
Does it look like it was destroyed purposefully or as part of some kind of battle?
Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Are you a stone dwarf?
I actually have a
Sully?
14.
I'm a mountain dwarf, yeah.
Do you get any special stone skills with this?
I mean, I have my stone cunning. So I have various advantages because of that. Basically, like double proficiency in checks regarding certain things with stone. I could maybe look and see if it was like taken apart from battle or if it was.
Well, yeah, you and Soul Ranch looking around, you realize that this wasn't somebody dismantling it. This was some great force that just ripped these pieces apart and threw them everywhere.
Can we see the rest of the city? Does it look equally damaged?
Yeah, once you realize that and you look to where the city was, it looks the same. It's just piles of rubble everywhere.
Uh-oh. It looks like there were shenanigans while we were gone. Should go find it. Everett. Because it might well have been that the traveler decided he can't find his 2 boxes, so if I can't destroy the 2 boxes, I'll just destroy Calico.
Yeah, so does it look like it was like a great force, or does this look like it was like a battle, like giants like smashing things or something like that? Is there any evidence to indicate what happened exactly?
If it was a battle, it was one-sided. As you investigate further, you find bodies, but they're crushed under rocks and pieces of stone from the arena.
Soul Ranch would like to take flight and see what he can observe from higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a survival check as well to see if I can find any tracks, like from living creatures walking away from this.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
definitely. While I'm in the air, I'll be looking for any kind of sign of life as well.
Okay, so when you take flight, you can see an overview of what happened, and it looks like something large moved through this place and just destroyed everything. It took some sort of path. Hard to tell if it was random, but probably not. You can tell Jacques' place where he lived was hit. And then it goes all the way to crap, I can't think of the name of the place now.
The monastery?
Thank you. Yes. It goes all the way, it leads all the way to the monastery. And
So,
go ahead.
I was going to say Soul Wrench is going to fly down and meet up with his companions and say, guys, I think Oltar might have come to Calico. Do you remember that giant lizard creature that attacked during the battle when we initially came here?
Was that the thing that could fire acid?
No, this was Godzilla creature when we were going towards the ice fishing shack of the traveler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I say to everybody, it looks like that creature visited Calico and just tore a swath.
How did it get through? How did it get here?
I think that's the question, Rothgar.
Theria, your survival check, you don't notice any footprints or anything that would lead you to believe there was a large creature.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I mean, I don't remember much from the battle, but based on Sully's comments and the priest's comments, I think this might be Muju Jumaya in his whirlwind form.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a hurricane going through this town.
Why would he care about Calico?
I mean,
What's
there's
that?
already.
Unless he was targeting us for some reason. He's mad at us for some reason. I don't know that Calico had any connection to Beckbar or what was going on.
Oh, it's us. That's what I'm guessing.
So then can we expect similar whirlwinds to go where we've been?
Our ants! We've got to go rescue our ants!
Yeah.
Is there any way for us to get out of this place? I mean, the Coliseum is destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So unless we find that weird room with the goo in it.
Oh, did the Coliseum have to be intact for the boxes to work?
The mayor pretty much has to be intact.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't the box that had left that got us out. I thought it was something to do with that place.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then, does that mean we're trapped here?
Unless we go through one of those holes.
If they still exist.
The monastery
If they-
is still standing. Or we go and find the mayor.
Those were underground.
Let's go see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go see if we can find the mayor. That'd be the easiest.
I find no signs of life around this arena. But yeah, we should probably keep looking. Does
Okay.
Bud, do you have any particular senses as an animal that might help us?
Bud is still with us.
Of course, it's sitting on my shoulder. What about opportunity?
Yeah. Perhaps some keen dog senses.
You're going to try to sniff out the mayor?
Yeah. Like rescue dog.
Okay.
Sniffing in the debris.
Okay.
And he has 2 noses, so he's even better at it.
That's right. So give me a roll with advantage.
Need double advantage.
That's right. Double advantage. Double.
Secret probation.
Does Scooterbud have any special senses?
I think
No.
sense maybe.
He's just chilling out of my chest cavity.
I guess that's a perception check.
Yeah.
Let's see here. He's got a wisdom of 13, so that's 2+1. Oh, no, wait, perception +6. Cool. There we go.
Let's say.
Proficiency, apparently. All right. Advantage.
Yeah.
There's a. Okay, let's see. Yeah. 22.
Okay. About 2 hours go by, and Opportunity blinks around and finds different bodies located. Finally, find the mayor, whose half of his body is impaled in a building.
Hmm.
Kind of like it was picked up and thrown at a very high velocity.
Is he definitely dead?
Oh yeah.
Can Moonflower eat his brain and tell us anything about how to get the hell out of here?
Or could Sully just revive him?
Or that.
His entire body, then I can do it.
He doesn't need legs.
Oh, right. You can't fix missing pieces, right?
Right. Half his body, he's just going to come back to life and die again. And
No, wait. Oh.
Before you died, send us back.
then wake up and scream for a couple seconds and die.
I do not know why we're all laughing about that. that sounds horrifying.
Has anybody ever watched Drawn Together?
Yeah.
No.
It reminds me of what was it, like Trashy the Snowman or whatever, when they brought him to life, and his first words were "Kill me."
So should we have Moonflower eat his brain?
Maybe. It always seemed to take a moment for Moonflower to get any information out of it.
You can, I guess, he can eat his brain, and then we can make our way to the monastery and see what shape that place is in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the mayor knows some way of us getting out of here.
If nothing else, if there's nothing here, we might be able to rest.
True.
Yeah, it takes 20 minutes, but you find some brain matter, and Moonflower devours it.
It takes 20 minutes to find the brain.
Some brain matter.
Good lord.
Part of the brain, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
not the hippocampus.
Got a JFK thing going on here. Missing the brain.
It's a bag of sand.
Good lord. So does he learn anything? I didn't realize Moonflower had a gender. You guys were saying she before?
I don't know that Moonflower actually has a gender.
Oh.
I just call it, Moonflower.
Oh. All right. Well, do they find out anything?
It takes about an hour, and Moonflower says that without the mayor, it's impossible to use the arena to go anywhere.
Oh, good. Does the
Well-
mayor have anything interesting on him?
Sure, you said we saw corpses. Can we loot all the corpses?
If you want to loot all the corpses, you can.
I'm just looking for keys. Any keys for any doors we might come across in this place?
Random items you're finding.
Okay. No keys.
No keys at this point.
All right.
Can we go to the oddities shop?
Oh yeah, there was some good stuff in there, right?
And it's all free now. Although it was all free before because they were just giving them free ale.
Well, that's why I brought the opium, because I figured I'd be able to trade it for some more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go there.
All right. As we're going there, I think Soul Wrench is going to be flying and shouting, "Hello, hello!"
What if he's still here?
Who?
The Muju Gaipan, whatever his name is.
Well, he's everywhere.
So why worry?
That's right. I forgot.
If he can get here without a box, it doesn't matter whether we're shouting or not.
Maybe he can get us out of here without the box too. Keep shouting.
You get a response. Help.
Ooh.
All right, so I direct the crew in that direction, and I fly over.
So it is near the monastery, outside, like the gates. There is an elf there laying on the ground, and he is still alive.
Is he under
Although-
something? Why is he laying on the ground?
Like, is he injured?
Oh yeah.
How badly hurt is he? I mean, Soul Wrench probably doesn't have a great grasp of the flesh race's anatomy and everything, but
He's missing his lower torso, but somehow he is still alive.
okay. So that's pretty grievous.
So can he see us? Is he aware of us, or is he just moaning in pain?
You realize this is one of the star elves that used to inhabit.
Oh, right.
So there's some sort of force keeping him alive.
How can we help you?
Really, Theria? Sully, can you get over here and heal this creature?
Half his body's missing.
And I can heal him a bit, but he gets back 15 hit points.
Okay.
Legs.
It's like trying to hold back a river with a tissue.
My life force is draining.
What happened here?
There was a great storm came through somehow. Destroyed this place.
We're aware that may be a creature. Did he say anything about why he was here?
He was looking for someone. He called the purple one.
The purple
He
one.
said he must be destroyed.
Did he say anything else?
No, he said he would find him. He said all traces must be vanquished.
Does this reference of a purple one sound familiar?
Not to me.
Soul Wrench asks the elf, do you know who the purple one might be?
He was a strange character who arrived. We showed him the Everett room, and he vanished
Was that after us?
after you had left. Yes.
And do you know which hole he went into?
I am unsure.
Is Everett around?
I have not seen him.
Do you know if there's anybody else alive here besides you?
I do not sense anyone.
Yeah, I couldn't find anybody either. Do you know anything like a race or a description of this purple one?
He looked human, unkempt. Wore black armor that was charred and burned.
Purple, that slot.
Who is it?
The purple slot. I mean, I don't know that. I don't remember it. But...
Was that one of the ones that I remembered? You said I remembered 3 of the colors.
Blue, green, and red.
So I do not remember the purple one.
Yeah. So Soul Wrench is really confused, and he's like, "But that sounds like Beckbar. But we killed him."
Yeah, but there were, like I said, 4 different colored slots, including a purple slot that looked exactly like Beckbar. It makes sense that Mujujumoi might be hunting them down.
I don't believe you, you crafty bastard.
Do I got to roll a deception check? Or actually, I guess it's diplomacy. I'm worse at that.
So, Star Elf, is there any way that you can assist us in trying to figure out which exit he took in the Everett room?
If you get Bigby's magic powder and throw it on the floor, you should retrace his steps.
You think we can find this powder in the curiosity shop?
I think there was a can in there somewhere.
Oh, good. I wanted to go there anyway.
Is there anything that we can do to make your passage easier at this point?
No,
We can send you on your way if you want.
no, that's all right.
Sure. I got a big axe.
Would you care to have your brain extracted?
There could be information that you're...
Unless you
be helpful.
wish to kill the person who consumes it.
What?
What do you mean?
They will die if they try to eat my brain.
Why?
Because of the magic energy.
Well, it's good that we asked then before, because if you died, he would have eaten it. No offense.
So if you do not wish us to help you along your way, do you wish to pass alone, or do you require company?
I wish to pass alone.
Very well.
Seems fine to me.
All right.
And as you turn and leave him, you see him reach his hand behind his back and pull out a magazine. And he opens it. It's Gnome Erotica. He starts reading.
Oh, interspecies.
All right, can we take like a 30-second break? I just want a glass of water.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Has the Emperor turned these people into undead? Or has he just brought order to this place where the undead roam free?
I cured them of their affliction.
Was their affliction breathing?
What do you mean by that?
They were suffering, as most humans do.
Okay.
You hear that, Sully? You over there suffering?